Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus reaches Cairo to attend the D8 summit. The High Court acquits 7 accused, including former UPDF leader Michael Chakma files a complaint with ICT against former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina over his enforced disappearance. 4 people killed in clashes between 2 factions of Tabligh Jamaat. Those involved in the killings to be brought to justice, says Home Advisor. No conspiracy by fascists sitting in India will work, say the leader of anti-discrimination student movement, calling for building a new Bangladesh by reforming every destroyed structure of the country. Fresh Israeli attacks kill 31 Palestinians in Gaza. Palestinians sue US for aiding Israel in genocide. And Bangladesh ensure a 2-0 series win by beating West Indies by 27 runs in the second T20 in Kingston. Assalamu alaikum viewers, I am Tanzila Manar Sultana welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the headlines. Now moving on to news in details. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus reached Cairo, the capital of Egypt, to attend the D8 summit. He landed at Cairo International Airport today at 11 a.m. local time. The Minister of Public Business Sector of Egypt, Mohammed Shimei, welcomed the Chief Advisor at the airport. A red carpet reception was given in honor of the Chief Advisor. Bangladesh Ambassador to Egypt, Samina Naj, and high officials of both the countries were present. Later, the Chief Advisor held a brief meeting with the Egyptian minister. Higher Education Minister of Malaysia, Dr. Zamri Abdul Qadir, paid a courtesy call on Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. The meeting was held this afternoon at the St. Regis Hotel in Cairo. During the meeting, they discussed various issues related to bilateral interest, including education and health. The High Court has exempted former State Minister for Home Lutfuzzama Babur and 6 other accused in the much talked about 10 truck arms smuggling case in Chattogram. In addition, the court reduced the sentence of Ulfa military commander Parish Borua to life from death penalty. The High Court bench of Justice Mustafa Jaman Islam and Justice Nasreen Akhtar gave the verdict today. Deputy Attorney General Sultana Akhtar Ruby and Assistant Attorney General Muhammad Asif Imran Sijan argued in favor of the state. Senior lawyers SM Shahjahan stood for 5 accused. Lawyer Shishir Monir argued for Lutfuzzama Babur. After the verdict, lawyer Shishir Monir said it has been proved in the verdict of the High Court that Lutfuzzama Babur had been made an accused in the 10 truck arms case out of political vengeance. UPDF leader Michael Chakma has lodged a complaint with the International Crimes Tribunal accusing former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina over his enforced disappearance. He verbally made the complaint to the tribunal's chief prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam today for the incident of enforced disappearance. Michael Chakma was accompanied by photographer Shahidul Alam and his wife Rehnuma Ahmed. Regarding the complaint, the UPDF leader said he was a victim of enforced disappearance for 5 years and 4 months between April 9 in 2019 and August 7 in 2024. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam said as per the law, they will take into cognizance the verbal complaint on the enforced disappearance. The investigation agency will start investigation after Michael Chakma files a written complaint. 4 people were killed and over 100 injured in a clash between followers of Maulana Zubair and Maulana Saad over the control of Tungi's Bishu Ijtema ground in Gazipur. The incident took place around 3 a.m. today. Meanwhile, followers of Maulana Saad Kandalvi announced to leave the Ijtema ground to avert further clash. Maulana Reza Arif made the announcement on behalf of the supporters of Maulana Saad Kandalvi. He made the announcement following a meeting with the interim government's 5 advisors. Home Advisor retired Lieutenant General Jahangir Alam Chaudhry chaired the meeting at Bangladesh Secretariat. Reza Arif said that it was decided in the meeting that the government will take the Ijtema ground on its own responsibility. Nobody will be permitted to take control of the ground. Home Advisor retired Lieutenant General Jahangir Alam Chaudhry mentioned that there is no scope to release those who would be found involved in the killing. The culprits will be brought to book, he added. The advisor said this after meeting with the followers of the 2 groups at the Secretariat today after killing of 4 people in clashes centering to take control of the Ijtema ground on the bank of the river Turag. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Sayyeda Rizwana Hassan today said the government is committed to ensuring the best use of climate budget. She made the remark while speaking at a seminar titled Global Climate Negotiation Challenges and Priorities for Bangladesh, organized by Bangladesh Institute of International and Strategic Studies BIISS in Dhaka today. BISS Ambassador AFM Gausul Azam Shorkar and BISS Director General Major General Iftikhar Anis also spoke. Rizwana highlighted several critical issues in climate governance and Bangladesh's priorities. She said the guideline for allocating the Bangladesh Climate Change Trust Fund BCCTF has been updated and funds were distributed more cautiously. She mentioned that international climate funds must be utilized properly to achieve meaningful outcomes, while the ongoing efforts aim to identify priority sectors for climate investments. The Environment Advisor, however, warned that without reducing carbon emissions, global environmental damage cannot be mitigated regardless of increased spending. Agricultural scheme for the farmers at field level and related assistance must be made available easily to enhance time-befitting research. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Affairs Advisor Sayyeda Rizwana Hassan made the call at a discussion on climate change and agriculture in the capital today. The advisor further said that climate-resistant agricultural technology is important to increase food production in the country. The discussion meeting also highlighted effective application of modern technology in farming. BARF organized the discussion meeting. President of the organization, Rafiqul Islam Shobuj, presided over the program, which was also addressed by Agriculture Secretary Emdan Ullah Mia, industrial entrepreneur Abdul Awal Mintu and agriculturist Dr. Ali Afzal. Leaders of anti-discrimination student movement has said no conspiracy by fascists and their cohorts staying in India will work. They called for building future Bangladesh by restoring all the destroyed structures in the country. The call came from the Conference of Bangladesh City and Municipal Councillors Association at a National Press Club today. President of Bangladesh City Corporation Councillors Association, Advocate Nazrul Islam Khan, presided over the conference. It was also addressed by AB Party Joint Member Secretary Barrister Asaduzzaman Fuad, Jatiyo Nagorik Committee Convener Nasiruddin Patwari, General Secretary of July-August Memorial Foundation Sherji Salam, Convener of Anti-Discrimination Student Movement Hasnat Abdullah, President of Bangladesh Municipal Councillors Association Saiful Islam Bodhu. The speaker said that the people's representatives must work with the commitment of providing service to the people and the country to fulfill the dream of the countrymen. They also said that the leaders of the mass uprising of 2024 will work as a bridge with those who will work for the people. Finance advisor Dr. Saleuddin Ahmed stressed more on people's awareness rather than depending on monitoring for market control. The advisor said these while replying to queries from the newsmen after a meeting of Purchase Committee of Advisory Council at the Secretariat today. The Purchase Committee also gave approval to import a number of commodities to keep the price of essentials at tolerable level during the holy month of Ramadan, he added. The volume of remittance has increased by 26% during the interim government. Expatriates Welfare and Overseas Employment Advisor Asif Nazrul revealed the figure at a discussion marking the International Immigrants and National Expatriates Day 2024 at Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital today. Youth and Sports, LGRD and Cooperatives Advisor Asif Mahmood Shajib Bhoya spoke as a special guest. Speaking on the occasion, he called upon the Election Commission and the Election System Reform Commission to ensure voting rights of expatriate Bangladeshis. Secretary of the Ministry of Expatriate Welfare and Overseas Employment, Muhammad Ruhul Amin, and noted personalities of different professions were also present. Later, 10 remittance receiving banks and expatriates CRPS were honoured. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman said, getting people's support through voting is the reflection of people's confidence. BNP will have to earn this confidence through voting. Tariq Rahman said these while virtually joining the party's 31-point workshop arranged by Narayanganj Metropolitan BNP today. Tariq Rahman said to the party leaders and activists, people are looking towards BNP. You will also have to look at the people. You will also need to understand what will make people like you more. The AB party has called for distribution of winter clothes to alleviate the winter sufferings of the people and immediate coordinated steps on all issues, including preventing environmental pollution, eliminating power and energy crisis. AB Party Joint Member Secretary Barrister Asaduzzaman Fuad made the call at a press conference at the party's central office in Shegun Bagicha in the capital today. Throughout the year, air pollution, smoke from brick kilns, abandoned construction parts, smoke from vehicles and winter fog cause sufferings to the people. Moving on to international news. At least 31 Palestinians killed in Israeli attack in Gaza during last 24 hours. News agency Anadolu said Israeli forces killed them by airstrike. Death toll from Gaza killings reached over 45,000 since October 7 last year. Meanwhile, an agreement to halt the 14-month-old war in Gaza and free hostages held in the Palestinian enclave could be signed in the coming days, with talks in Cairo making progress. The U.S. administration, joined by mediators from Egypt and Qatar, has made intensive efforts in recent days to advance the talks before President Joe Biden leaves office next month. The sources said a ceasefire deal could be days away that would stop the fighting and return hostages held by the Islamist movement Hamas in exchange for Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. Meanwhile, 5 Palestinians filed a case against United States for collaborating with Israel for genocide in Gaza. An Uzbek national has been arrested in connection with the murder of top Russian General Igor Krylov. Kiev also officially confessed that Zelensky administration was involved with the Russian general killing. The top Russian general was accused by Ukraine of being responsible for the use of chemical weapons against Ukrainian troops. Reports say Lieutenant General Igor Krylov, who was chief of Russia's nuclear, biological and chemical protection troops, was killed outside an apartment building along with his assistant when a bomb hidden in an electric scooter went off, Russia's investigative committee, which probes serious crimes, said. India and China have started their special representative dialogue on border disputes after a gap of 5 years. The meeting in Beijing, which is the 23rd round of talks under a mechanism set up in 2003, seeks